Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negro. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or watching this channel for the first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform, we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. So, for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. I also want to let everybody know that the subscriber mode has been enabled. What that means is if you're not a subscriber and if you wish to enter a comment in the chat, you will need to subscribe to the channel. First of all, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel. Whether you've been a part of the Uncommon Folk from the very beginning or just recently, I really appreciate all the love and support all you have been giving me, and some of you for the last 2 years. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, or any other platform. Appreciate all your love and support. And I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into the devices. So what I'm going to ask you to do is the following. If you have not done so, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. So, with that being said, as you can see, tonight we're going to be doing funny meat. So basically, it's an opportunity to show a lighter, humorous side. Before we get into the main topic, we're going to have another episode of In My Words. Okay. First of all, as we all know, yesterday was 9/11, which was the 22nd anniversary of the terrorist attacks, of which unfortunately almost 3,000 people died. Okay. And of course, for those who lost loved ones, it is like it happened yesterday. First of all, I just want to say that my heart goes out to the family of those who lost husbands, wives, parents, children, grandparents, sweethearts, friends, neighbors, co-workers, and what have you. Truthfully, there's nothing that I can say to ease your pain, okay? And one thing that could, if anything, that you can take some solace of, that as long as you keep the memories of those people who passed away, who have their life taken away, just remember their memories. Now, one thing that gets lost in all this is the fact that we have children that perish on that terrible day. So we're talking about children, some of them as young as 3 years old, who will never have a childhood because of the terrorist attacks of 9/11. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and this is something that I saw. Just give me a moment. So this video that I'm going to show you is regarding the children of 9/11. Okay. And the fact of the matter is no one is too young to die. But unfortunately, these are the children that did not survive 9/11. So what I'm going to do is, excuse me.
Stories of 9/11 is the fact that there were children told. Asia Cotton was one of those children. She wanted to be a pediatrician and part of a group of exceptionally smart children that were taking a trip to a marine sanctuary when her plane was hijacked and crashed. Christina Lee Hansen was one of those children as well.
Okay. I apologize. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mute myself and play the video. Just give me a moment.
She was taking her first trip to Disney. David Brandhorst was another one of those children. In 2001, he had two adopted fathers and referred to them as Daddy and Poppy. Juliana McCourt was another child that was taking a trip to Disney. Her uncle actually worked at the World Trade Center, but was able to make it out in time. Bernard Brown II was an exceptionally smart child on the same plane as Aisha Khatam, going to the same marine sanctuary. His father worked at the Pentagon, but was not at work when the plane crashed. Rodney Dickens was another exceptionally smart child on the same trip to the marine sanctuary when the plane crashed. He loved Pokemon and helping kids out with their homework. And Dana and Zoe Falkenberg, two sisters who were on their way to go to vacation in Australia. May they rest in peace. One of the untold stories of 9/11 is the fact that there were children that were on the planes that were used to crash into the World Trade Center. And their stories are never really told. Asia Cotton was one of those children. She wanted to be a pediatrician and was part of a group of exceptionally smart children that were taking a trip to a marine sanctuary when her plane was hijacked and crashed. Christina Lee Hansen was one of those children as well. She was taking her first trip to Disney. David Brandhorst was another one of those children. In 2001, he had two adopted fathers and referred to them as Daddy and Poppy. Juliana McCourt was another child that was taking a trip to Disney. Her uncle actually worked at the World Trade Center, but was able to make it out in time. Bernard Brown II was an exceptionally smart child on the same plane as Aisha Khatam, going to the same marine sanctuary. His father worked at the Pentagon, but was not at work when the plane crashed. Rodney Dickens was another exceptionally smart child on the same trip to the marine sanctuary when the plane crashed. He loved Pokemon and helping kids out with their homework. And Dana and Zoe Falkenberg, two sisters who were on their way to go to vacation in Australia. May they rest in peace.
Yes, indeed. May they rest in peace. And I just want to say that to the families of those that lost loved ones, I will never understand your pain. But know that I do pray for all of you that you receive healing. And let me tell you something, one of the parents' worst nightmares is to lose a child. Okay. And there's no words that can console a person who lost a child. My oldest sister, Doris, who passed away, lost her only son um, in a car accident. Okay, so I can even imagine um, the hurt and the pain and the anguish that she went through. Okay, so with that being said, now we're going to be talking about going from the tragic to the insane. Okay, for those of you who watched last night Monday Night Football with the New York Jets versus the Buffalo Bills, Aaron, okay, I forgot his name. Okay, Aaron Rodgers, who was paid a 4-year contract worth $75 million to be the quarterback for the New York Jets. So, 4 minutes into the first quarter, He got injured and now he's out for the entire season. Talking about ugh, from going from bad luck to no luck at all. And those of you who follow the Jets know that unfortunately they've not been blessed with a season, time where they have reached a lot of success. But it happens. That's what happens in football. Uh, hey Gigi, long time no see. Thank you very much for stopping by. Um, Tonight we're going to be talking about funny memes because that due to the fact that yesterday was 9/11, I just wanted to show a little bit of love and respect to the families of those who lost loved ones. And of course, I have to give my 2 cents regarding what happened in last night's football game between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills, where Aaron Rodgers, the starting quarterback, got injured 4 minutes into the first quarter, and he's out for the entire season. So basically, um, at least for this year, unless miracle happens, they're not going to see Aaron Rodgers play another down this season. But that's how it is sometimes. So now we're going to go into the main topic. So as I stated earlier, the topic is funny memes. So basically, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing some funny images from my Instagram account. Okay. Now, it seems like tonight is a very active night because as we speak, the 18th letter has a stream, and of course, the intro Boricua uh, has a stream. I believe it's at 10 o'clock. So most likely, most of the people are going to watch this on the playback, which is perfectly fine. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing some funny memes. Now, I want to let everybody know that the link to join the panel has been pinned. Should anyone feel inclined to join the panel and express their point of view, they can do so. Okay. Also, you're more than welcome to enter any comments. So, what I'm going to do is, okay, I'm going to show you some funny. Okay. Okay. And shout out to the people watching the stream, even if you're watching in the clouds. Okay. Just remember to hit the like button. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt you, and it does help my algorithm. Okay. Okay. Just give me a moment. Now I'm going to mute myself. Now I have to admit it's kind of funny, but it's also kind of cute. But when you think about it, to some people, dogs actually are like children, and actually refer to them as their furry babies. Okay, so it's cute and it's funny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you another meme. Most likely, I'm not going to stay on. Okay, depending how things go, I'll probably stay on maybe an hour. Um, And of course, everybody is more than welcome to catch this on the playback. So let's see if I can show you another meme. So now I'm going to mute myself again. Now, there's something funny about cats that act a little goofy, okay? Particularly if you happen to be a cat lover. Now, in all fairness, I have never been a real serious cat lover. I've been more into dogs, but actually, there are people who have a deep, deep, deep love with our feline friends. And that's perfectly fine, okay? That's perfectly fine indeed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share another me. And again, as I stated before, um, everyone's welcome to enter a comment. Let's just keep it respectable. Also, if anyone wishes to join the panel, the link has been pinned. So now I'm going to mute myself again, so therefore they won't echo. Just get moved.
No, 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 no.
Okay, I appreciate it. Okay, I appreciate it. I know that you have been enjoying your um, YouTube sabbatical, so to speak. One thing I no, one among the things that that's been going on is this ongoing um, back and forth between Graham Marchand all time and hybrid the sheriff, or as I like to call them now, Crybit. Okay, I mean, with all due friends, I mean, all due respect, I mean, he's like a meme himself. I mean, unfortunately, he's like a sick meme. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. Now, again, to those of you who are just hopping on, um, tonight it's funny meat. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm going into my Instagram account and show these humorous video clips. Okay. So tonight it's more of a lighthearted um, stream. Okay. Considering all the crazy stuff that's been happening here, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if you know. I mean, here in New York, dealing with the migrant situation. Now the mayor's talking about maybe possible layoffs. I mean, there's no employees, but that's another topic which we're not going to get into further detail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share another one. Okay. Now, what this next stream is how Latinos celebrate happy birthday and non-Latinos. So you're going to see there's a big difference. Okay. So what I'm going to do is mute myself and present.
Happy, happy birthday from the Chili's crew. We wish it was our birthday so we can party too. Hey!
Now, no disrespect directed to those who celebrate people's birthdays differently. Okay, I have to admit, I prefer celebrating my birthday the latter way. Okay, with fun. I mean, and the fact that we sing cumpleaños feliz, deseamos a ti. I mean, well, look, um, I'm sure that those who catch it on the playback, or what's known as the playback gang, will be joined these funny meets. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play another video. Just give me a moment to set up. Oops. Okay. Oops. And let me just mute. Okay, let me just mute myself and then I'll present, show the screen.
You did fart. Well, did you fart? You did fart.
Okay. Um, I don't know. There's something about uh, animals that kind of makes me put a smile on my face. Oops. I mean, but there's one thing to bear in mind. Everyone has a different sense of humor. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show another video clip. Just give me a moment. Now, this next clip, for some reason, it appears that the dude is actually sneezing at the dog. Now, before I continue, I just want to let everybody know that the views of those who appear on the are not necessarily those of the host of the channel. Any attempt to copy the material without the consent of the host is prohibited. By appearing on the call, you waive your rights to your image. Some of the views that people may hold may be concerned offensive to some viewers. If you do not like the content, you can block the channel. And now I'm going to bring in my guest. Good evening, my king.
Shout out to my YouTube dad, Jose Negron. I definitely had to stop by and show some support. I forgot that you was actually making a stream tonight. Otherwise, I would have set up mine for another day. So shout out to you. How you doing tonight?
I'm
How's that?
doing fine. I'm doing fine. You know what? It happens. Look, the fact of the matter is this. Um, timing is everything. Okay. So it's like, and things like that do happen. So, I'll just have to catch your stream on the playback. That's all. Good evening, Irby.
I want to say shout out to Irby. Shout out to Irby. Irby, I saw you jamming to that rock and roll gangster on my stream yesterday. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you.
Yeah. So tonight I'm showing funny memes because basically this is just like a chill stream to relax and to laugh a little bit, because uh, there's healing in laughter. There's a lot of sadness going around this world, so we have to be able to laugh now and then. What's your thoughts?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We definitely have to make room for that. And to be honest, I'm starting to come to an epiphany a little bit. when it comes to YouTube, and I think that has a lot to do with the algorithm because once you go down the rabbit hole of a few videos, the algorithm, you know, shows you videos with similar, that's in that similar realm. So it can be, if you're looking at some videos that may anger you, they're gonna produce more videos that's gonna anger you. And if you're on YouTube or on the internet for a specific period of time, you'll find yourself being upset as well. And you add that with, regular everyday life situations, then, that can really start to, affect your mood and you can find yourself being a little bit negative. And nobody wants that. Nobody likes to be around those type of people. So we definitely have to lighten up the mood on certain days. Definitely.
Yeah. You know what I noticed today as far as the algorithm? About 10% of the people viewing my streams are from 18 to 24 years old.
You said 18 to 24.
Yes.
Wow. Because I mean, I'm nowhere near 24. I wish I was again, but but um that's interesting because I don't really be seeing a lot of people here that's in that age realm. We all the grown folks over here in this sector. So unless
Well,
it's 18 to 24-year-olds that I don't really know about.
yeah. Well, not only that, I think like at least 10% of my audience is from India. And I got like a
Wow.
tiny portion of people from the Philippines.
Shout out to India and shout out to the Philippines. I'll definitely like to travel to both of those places down the line.
Yeah. What I try to do is I try to, think outside the box sometimes and come up with different topics. And good evening, Gigi.
Hey Jose, how are you?
Hi.
Hey
Are you
Raquel.
have you been enjoying your YouTube sabbatical?
Yeah, I mean, I've been hitting other panels though in different places, so I've still been making my rounds.
Okay.
Shout out to
Uh,
you, Gigi.
Hey, how you doing, Raquel?
okay. Good evening, Tanatso. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Shout out to
Uh,
you, brother. Shout out to Art Neutral. I love your channel. I've actually visited over there numerous times. Shout out to you, brother. I love the conversation and to see you. What's the word I'm looking for? To see you showcase your talent as far as drawing different portraits. Much love and respect, brother.
yeah.
Hey
See,
Irby, hey Art.
yeah. See, tonight I'm showing funny memes because basically it's a chill stream tonight. Okay, just want us to show some a humorous side.
Okay.
So I don't know how much of it I started out with a dog walking on his hind legs going to school.
Jose, did you already do your Brick Lady stream? I was just curious. I don't know if I had missed it or if it was planned.
What?
That Brick Lady stream.
Well, that's tomorrow night.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna give my take. Let me just state from the onset: no one deserves to be struck with a weapon. Okay. Now, this is how I see it. I think there's going to be certain elements regarding what happened we'll never know. Okay. There have been allegations back and forth. And one thing, I don't like to make false claims. What I can't say, and this is all I'm going to say on the subject. If you take a look at her face, something happened.
I think they
Well,
confirmed that it was a hoax, though. I think that they said she had an allergic reaction and it was a hoax.
definitely a con. It was definitely a con. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Now, my issue is this: there are women who are every day are physically assaulted. So if this is a hoax, what it does, it makes it harder for the women who are actually being physically assaulted to come forward, because now that shroud of doubt is going to linger.
Exactly. And a lot of women and men showed up and showed out and defended her, and only for it now to be thrown back in everybody's faces. It was a hoax, it was fake. And that does take away from actual victims. You know what I mean? Because, these type of things do happen.
Well,
Yeah.
not only that, when you look at the pattern of what she's done, this isn't the first time that she has pulled this stunt. She pulled that stunt back in 2020 when she tried to say she was attacked by somebody else, and she ended up getting $4,000 in a GoFundMe then. And the man that she said that attacked her, nobody can find this man. People have looked at her face, and by them having experiences in the medical field, they said that her injuries was something of a person that suffered from allergic reaction. And come to find out, certain people that's may know this woman is saying she injected her face with some type of saline or something like that. I'm not sure, but it caused her face to swell up because it was like a gum infection. And now that I think about it, if she was hit with a brick having sharp edges and being the shape of a square or a rectangular shape, she would have gashes on her face due to the blunt force of being hit with that brick, especially you know at such a fast pace, and the impact of being hit with an object like that. So it's obvious it was Cap, and I don't want to get into any racial stuff, but she know that she can get away with the type of men that she was blaming, and they even looked at the camera, and they never found any evidence of her having an altercation with a man who threw a brick. So there you go. And she's not the first person that's gotten over scamming the people by, creating, false narratives on certain groups to get a bag. So this is not nothing new.
And I, for my part, don't want to do anything to inflame the gender war, because, I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, both sides have done stupid things. Okay. All I try to do is illustrate the point. And again, and the fact that now women are going to have a harder time reporting that they've been physically assaulted, because the shroud of doubt has fallen. And that's and you know who are the real victims in all this? All the women and men who are physically assaulted. But now it's almost like they're gonna have to prove themselves twice in order to be believed. And to me, that's the real tragedy.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
think.
but ultimately they can't erase all the things that do actually happen. So it's still going to balance out. There's always going to be some weirdos in the bunch, especially on social media, that are just trying to come up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well, I
am.
don't think it'll never be like, it's not like really inflaming a gender war. We all respect each other on this panel, and I believe that we agree to disagree. Certain things I may say Gigi may not agree with, and certain things Gigi say I may not agree with, but we all have respect on this panel, and we, have our own stances on it.
Yeah, I will say the last past couple of conversations that we've had, even though we've disagreed, they've been more pleasant and less emotionally charged. So I do appreciate that. And that's all I want, is for us to be able to all give our opinions without, having to fight about it.
True, because look, the fact of the matter is we're gonna look at things different. Okay? You're gonna look at things one way, and me and Rick King gonna look at things in a different way. But it doesn't mean that our point of view don't have are not valid. It's just that we see things differently.
Yeah, we have different perspectives. I'm a woman, you guys are men, so of course we're gonna see things differently.
Yeah, true. But what I try to do, I try to look at both sides. Okay, and while I have a certain bias because I'm male, I do try to see the valid points that both sides have.
Yeah. But on a side note, I just wanted to say I did decide to go to Chick-fil-A, which is one of my favorite restaurants. And I tried that chicken pimento honey chicken sandwich, and it was pretty delicious, man. That's actually why I was late for my streams. I was stuck in traffic going to Chick-fil-A.
I gotta stand by my spicy chicken deluxe. I don't know
I,
without pepper
I
jack.
that used to be my baby. That used to be my baby. I cheated.
Well, actually, you know what I did? I actually went to Chipotle's for the first time, and I
I,
took
They're good.
yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
I
be
actually
honest.
took
I'm sorry, Jose. Go finish up.
and
I didn't
I
mean.
actually took actually believe it or not, I have an office wife now. So
Oh, okay. Shout out to you, Jose. Shout out to you. And you know what's crazy? Like,
Does that
is it
mean you're
me?
buying somebody lunch every day, Jose?
no, it's not. No, it's not every day. It's just that I want to do something. I want to do something nice.
Oh,
Um,
So I treated her to lunch.
that's nice.
Shout out to you, Jose. That's nice.
Yeah.
I wanted to get everybody's opinion. Is it me, or does it seem like outside of Chipotle and Chick-fil-A, maybe Qdoba, none of these places are really worth going to anymore. Like as far as fast food, it kind of feels like it tastes the same, even though it's all like different. But it's like it's no sense in really eating it no more. If that makes sense. Am I the only one, or does anybody else agree with that?
Well, those are
Um,
definitely the better choices, yeah, of the fast food.
Actually, I try not to go to fast food places too much. Partly because I'm trying to lose weight, so I can actually get surgery done. So what I do is I'll brown bag it quite a bit. Um, but I did enjoy my food, which was um, what was it? I forgot what it was, but it was basically a combination of chicken, rice, lettuce, and some grated cheese, and it was very good.
That definitely sounds good. Definitely. Yeah, a lot of these
And
places I can't go to anymore.
yeah, and actually, I wash it down with just pure water, just water, not even soda or juice, just water.
Jose, the way you say it, pure water.
No additives.
No, nothing, just water. Good job, Jose. I'm glad you're sticking to your diet.
Well,
No
look,
color blue fives and nothing like that.
the fact of the matter is, I'm not young anymore. I mean, I am 60 years old. In fact, I'm gonna be 61 next month, so I want to be around for a long time.
Shout out to you. Shout out to
So I
you.
have seen you being messy out here in these YouTube streets, Jose. I caught you on a couple playback streams over there with the whole grammar shant thing.
Well, you know what? When we dealing with someone named Crybit, I mean, look, I mean, when you think about it, it's humorous. I mean, the going back and forth that those two going, and it's like, I think part of
I've
it is
already
they do,
checked out. I'm bored of it. I've already checked out.
you know, yeah, you know what? It comes a point when it's getting overboard, and the fact of the matter is the only reason why Crybit is getting subs is because of this whole back and forth, whatever, and what have you. And They do. My thing, let them do what they want to do. I'm going to devote my time to give pure content. Okay, so so if you take away the reaction stuff I do, 90% of my stuff is it's still intact. Hybrid cannot do the same.
Yeah, I don't have any interest in arguing with people online.
Yeah, I'm kind of. Yeah, it's like some people. It's just I don't want to. I don't want to be mean, but it just seems like where online everybody has a voice, and some people really shouldn't. But yeah, they it's certain people on here that are very unhinged, and it's one thing to
Well,
be biased, it's one thing to be, upset with somebody, but it's all right to have an argument with normal people, but not people that are not normal.
Yeah, like I can get pissed off and talk shit or whatever, but I generally
Me
get
too.
over it, as long as no lines are crossed. So
Yeah, me too. And like I don't want to argue with a bluish gelato. I don't want to argue with a guy like that. like,
did you
or
see that he clipped when you had brought him up or something on multi-stream? He had clipped it.
who? I never spoken to him.
No, he had clipped that little part of the stream when you had brought him up on multi-stream, I think it was. We were talking about angry biracial and all that, but he had clipped it or whatever, and I was just
Oh,
like,
get out of
so he's
here!
in your clouds, Jose.
Get out
yeah.
of here!
Good evening, King
People are always
Macho.
watching.
Good evening, King Macho.
And,
Thank you
and
for
shout
watching
out to you,
podcast.
Irby. Oh, I'm
But
sorry.
let's leave sacrifice all of this, okay? I know.
That's a troll. That ain't macho. But
That's
shout
what's
out
up,
to you,
Irby. I hope you get it.
huh? What you say, Gigi?
No, I'm saying shout out to Irby. I hope he gets it.
Yeah,
Yes,
shout
so
out to
do
you,
I.
Irby.
So do I. He deserves it.
And hey, can you hook us up with some of those discount coupons for Chick-fil-A? That's like my favorite spot. That's
Yeah,
my favorite
with
spot
some
to
mac
go.
and cheese on the side.
Oh my god. I was like, this mac and cheese is very cheesy.
Wait, Jose, we can't. Let's not trigger Jose. Jose, we done made a trip to Chick-fil-A.
I actually went to Chick-fil-A I think was it last year. I completely forgot what I ordered on. I know it was chicken something. That's all I know.
Yes, Irby, they are boring. That's what we were always like saying anyways, like, okay, yeah, I get it. This is YouTube. We're in sectors. People within the sectors fight or whatever. But like, where's the content? Like, where's your content? Do you have anything else to really bring to the table besides just the bullshit, Because we all fall into the bullshit sometimes, but we also have content.
I agree.
Okay. I see. According to King Macho, Sacrifice made a 2-hour podcast stating that I was racist.
I don't think that's the real King Macho, though. I think that's a troll.
No,
Well, you know what?
macho.
Um, Whether he is or he's not, I mean, as long as he's being respectable, I have no problem.
Yeah, I just wanted to point that out because content creators don't, like to be misrepresented. I've had people do that to me too. So
Yeah.
I've had people make accounts pretending to be me to go around and say horrible things. So
Yeah,
But
Gigi, you had your fair share of weirdos that you had to deal with. That you had to deal with.
yes, but I am separated now. So I'm doing good. We're like stress free over here, drama free.
Right. That part that you said that um Blue Gelato clip, that was the part where I was speaking with Multi about angry biracial, you said, or Jose?
Yeah, and you had kind of brought up the anti-black male content, and you had brought up bluish or whatever, but he didn't say anything on the video. It was mostly a shot towards us, but I think he did actually bring you up on a live stream.
Oh,
But yeah, everybody's always listening and waiting with bated breath for their name to be spoken. You know how it is on YouTube.
oh yeah, definitely. Everyone, this is a place where some of those people, like I said, they never had a voice. They get the chance to feel important. I'm calling the shots now. and it
And they're
makes
like low key happy to be mentioned because then they can go make a stream or make some sort of a content about it.
yeah. They be
But you
sitting there
know,
tapping their fingers together like, ooh.
Content, baby.
but you know something? If I had my way, every person that wants to create a YouTube channel has to have a psychological evaluation. That would weed out some of the weirdos that we see in these YouTube streets.
I doubt it. I definitely doubt it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because a lot of people are just acting like weirdos online anyways because they're free to do so behind their screen. So that would take away probably 75% of YouTube, at least around these parts.
Yeah. But you know what's the crazy part? What what prepared me to deal with these sickles here, these YouTube streets? These are some of the sickles got to deal and do it in real life. I mean, look, if I can, this is one person, this is one union rep that actually sent me so much, you know, so many nasty emails. I have to like tell her that one more email, I'm going to report you to harassment. And it's like some people are just, they have anger issues or what have you. But you know what? As long as you want to, as long as you flake out somewhere and not flake out near me, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think the height of a lot of that stuff was a couple of years ago because there was people that were they were just popping up left and right making angry streams. I mean, when I first saw Blue as Gelato, I was like, "This is an angry man right here. This is an angry man that's filled with anger and confusion." So, and then
But
when I found out he was like 5'3", I was like, "Okay, that says it. That says it."
5'3".
Yeah, well, because when I'm like when he was explaining his experience
Definitely
growing
get clipped. Oh,
I'm
when he,
hey,
I'm
Don.
5'7", so
shout out to Don. But
hey
no, when he was
Gunman.
explaining his experiences growing up, in the city that he's from, I was like, so this is starting to make sense now. Okay, you was beat up, probably bullied, and you got this kind of animosity. And I
Yeah,
was
he has
thinking
a
to
certain
myself,
set of circumstances that's different than a lot of people. Absolutely, yeah.
but I was like, because I was thinking to myself, hey, dude, I lived in a similar environment. I had to fight too. I've been jumped too. It's like that's part of it. But I guess it was nobody to tell him, no, you're gonna go back out and fight because I mean, in my household, I had to go back out and fight, or I couldn't just stay in the house. So, but for some people, those certain type of experiences will dramatize them, and that's something that they'll hold on to as they get older.
I don't think it's just necessarily circumstances though, because a lot. To be honest, I know you don't want to hear it, but a lot of those men came over into these spaces with a whole bunch of issues that are, um, you know, just strange in general. So we've definitely noticed the differences in between kind of like the women's experiences, or maybe it's just maybe the way. Maybe we've had similar experiences, but the difference of between how like the men and the women process them.
Hmm.
A lot of these, a lot of those biracial men, let's be honest, they got crazy ass content.
I never really, and that's the thing. That's the thing, Gigi. I never really watched any of that stuff. Like that's why, like even when I would, I went on Magic Mulata's channel or I've interacted with Anthony Ali and all that. I never knew it was really this like rift in anything. Because when I was growing up, like I don't know everybody's experience, but mostly when I was growing up, we just considered biracial people black. We didn't consider them to, at least in my personal experience. Like, so I didn't know about the rift or different people having. I knew it may be some jealousy between the women and so forth, but I never knew. Of course, when I was growing up, like it was the whole light skin, dark skin thing with the dudes, but it was just mostly jokes. And other than that, it wasn't really.
Well, a lot of light skinned men have came out and made content that they didn't appreciate the jokes. So, I guess maybe they just played it off like as if they did. Because I mean, from what I see, at least on YouTube, they didn't. You know.
Yeah, because the thing like when I was my experience is like they had cracked right back, with jokes if you was like dark skin and different things like that. So it wasn't really like I don't know everybody's experiences, but I know it was light skinned dudes that I grew up with that wasn't nobody gonna bully. They can handle themselves very well, very very well. If it escalated to that, but they had cracked different jokes if you was dark skinned and other dudes that was light skinned, different things like that. It wasn't nothing really too major. Now it may have been
Right,
somebody
Irby.
if somebody might go um now they may feel that they had to do more to prove to people that they wasn't soft anything like that. But after they got their point across, nobody wanted to really try them or anything like that. At least the ones that I came up with. So I
Um,
don't know.
excuse me. Do you remember when 3 years ago when Chivo went went nuclear and got on this angry event we got against black people and all that sort of thing, and how his channel got deleted and what have you.
Who was
And
it?
Chivo, I think was it Chivo 2121, Washington, and there was some looting like in Washington Heights, and then he got on his channel and he started foaming at the mouth, talking about how supposedly black people were rioting, whatever, and all that sort of thing. But he's a unique situation because his phenotype looks like he's melanated, but he swears that he's pure white.
That doesn't mean that doesn't mean anything. It's a lot of people that think like that, Jose. He's not the first. There's been
That's
people
true.
before him that thought like that. So that's nothing that's nothing new. And if you rewind back into 1992 in Washington Heights, those riots ain't have nothing to do with black people. So it is what it is, man. And but I think a lot of people have expressed how they truly feel on YouTube because there's really no consequences. Some people watch it because you have those type of people on here that are doxers, which I don't agree with at all. You should be able to challenge somebody's opinion, and if you disagree, and stay away from their page. Don't try to dox them. Now, there's certain people that I've heard say some truly wicked stuff that I'm like, if that person is in nursing or something like that, then maybe somebody need to report them to their job because they saying some hella wicked stuff. But outside of stuff like that, just people voicing their opinion, you shouldn't be trying to dox people for that. But yeah,
Well, people are so weak and emotional. Okay, so if you say anything that's even slightly different, they go off into the tension and then they go into nuclear mode. I mean, you can say one plus one is two, and it's like no, it's five, it's 10, it's 20.
I think too is power, Jose. They feel like if they got the power, just the fact that I don't like you and I want to see how far I can go and if I can ruin you. It's certain people like that they get amusement out of that. They get excitement out of doing that. Because it's people that feel like they've never been respected or deemed as important in real life. So for them to be able to do that, that is that brings them some sense of like like some sense of power and control. Like I bet that person won't talk crazy again on these live streams because I ruined their life, which is something I don't agree with at all.
Well, the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of people out there that's in need of therapy, but they are in denial because it's like you have to acknowledge that your vulnerability, and you have to acknowledge the fact that whatever is going through in your life is bigger than what you are.
The only people that I agree with getting doxxed are the doxers themselves. Because if you're putting other people at risk, then you deserve people to know who they're dealing with. But other than that, I feel like it's unethical. And, as a content creator, it's just not a good look ultimately to
I
be
agree.
out here
Yeah.
doing that.
I agree with you. I feel like you say the doxers and like for instance, I'll bring Divesta Zealot, a person like that. Yeah, she definitely should because she works in the medical field and talking like that. I don't know. She might be slipping some type of ricin or something in somebody's IV. I wouldn't be surprised with the way she thinks and how she talks. People like that. But other than that, no, I don't think nobody ever should be doxxed or
I mean, look, when everything is said and done, what it shows is that you're not able to articulate yourself in an intelligent way. Okay, and unfortunately, you have a lot of people that are chronologically adult, mature, but they act like they're 8, 9, 10 year olds.
being an adult and being mature is boring, Jose. There's no fun in that. Negativity spreads much faster than being positive.
It's sad. It's sad, but it's true. I mean, if you take a look at some of these, some of these content creators, I mean, they can go and do the most insane stuff, and everyone will love to watch it. But when you try to, when you try to create serious content, it's like the attention is not there. But I am not going to go the crazy route. I'm not going to go the hate route. I'm just going to stay in my lane, and I'm just going to try to be the best version of myself.
It's like you ever saw that Dave Chappelle episode, "The Player Haters Ball"? That's how
No.
people are. Well, Dave Chappelle actually got an award for being the biggest hater known to man. He was a very jealous person. And once he got his award, he told everybody, he said, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. I don't even know you and I hate your guts. And I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that think like that. So,
Hmm.
True. It's true.
Yeah, like you always say, Jose, there's a lot of mental illness running rampant, and a person can literally just listen to you and decide they hate you and become fixated on you. And, unfortunately, that's the risk we take in social media.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of the reason why, particularly my first year, I devoted a lot of content regarding mental illness because it's something that, first of all, no one is talking about it. Number one, number two, it's very hard to admit that you have that you have some sort of mental illness or what have you, and particularly if you are a male, because it's like we are taught not to cry. We are not taught not to be. We're taught to be stoic. We're taught to suck it up or what have you. But no one knows what the average human being, whether it be male or female, the psychological trauma that they went through.
Yeah, and YouTube stuff can break you down if you let it. And honestly, women don't get much sympathy for crying either, because if you fight back, they say you're masculine. If you cry, then they, mock you for being a little bitch. So, I mean, really, who can win in that regard? Because you can't please everybody on social media. You're going to get judged either way.
Well, I stated this before, and I know it sounds a little humorous, but I suffer from a terminal disease called I don't care itis. I mean, literally. I mean, look. I got more important things to worry about than some person that that hates my God simply because I'm here.
Nah, it's better just to focus on content and making shows with people that do want to work with you. A lot of these people are spinning their wheels by themselves in the corner because they don't want to work with people. They want to fight with everybody. They're not going to get anywhere.
Well,
Ultimately, people like to watch shows and different people interact, at least when it comes to live streams.
And actually, what I've been doing is I've been spending more, posting more videos in TikTok, and actually, like a couple of them got like over 200 views.
Yeah, I like dropping little things here or there. I need to focus more on TikTok as well because it is easier to hit the for your page or whatever. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can upload and you can get some views fairly easily over there. But I don't have a lot of
Uh,
time.
I know. Now, I was telling Joaquin that 10% of my audience is from 18 to 24, and more than half of my audience is 34 and under.
Yeah, those analytics will they can be surprising sometimes. You know, it's funny because they say that we're like, raging feminists and all this other stuff and man haters and all this other extra crazy shit. And literally when I go to my analytics, I have legitimately more men than women supporting me, which is funny because I defend women, right? So isn't it funny how that works out? I literally have like my channel's like 78% male, at least right now, because the analytics go up and down. Like 78% of my audience is male right now.
Okay.
And I think that's why some of these men target me because they want my audience. I don't know.
Well, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. I mean, you're very talented in your craft, okay? And the fact of the matter is, you're one of the most realest people that I met in these YouTube streets. The same thing with Joaquin and some of the other people that I have the pleasure to interact with.
Yeah, I agree. I like the little crew over here.
Yeah.
I appreciate that though.
And
Well,
sometimes
Well,
you just
Kim,
want
what do you think about that as far as like that I have majority male supporters? Is that ironic
um
to you?
I mean, I wouldn't even know. I mean, I guess, I mean, it's a lot of men that agree with certain things that you may say. Just like even in the spaces that I'm in, it's so many different nuances to when it comes to a lot of the spaces because I'm in the so-called black manosphere, but the sector that I'm in is not really, it's pointing out certain things and critiquing certain things, but it's not no bashing per se. And you talk about so much more that goes on over there, like what direction the economy is going in, what's going on with the politics, BRICS and different things like that. What's going on a global scale, how that may affect America. It's so much more to it, and it's a lot of women that just it's women over there that's tired of the behavior on of certain aspects of what some of these women is doing,
Take
and
the show.
hey, Kesha.
because the women that we talk about, like they don't represent every woman or anything like that.
Of
So
course. Yeah.
those that's a particular sector that we talk about. We able to differentiate. So I don't know what be
I also
going on.
think that I feel like me and Multi have like a good thing going on too because I feel like I am a little bit more in the middle, and Multi's young and feisty, and I think we play off of each other well. So you
Mhm.
know,
Um, you know what I think? I think part of it is that you have a son that do hate watch, but other men sense that you're very real.
hmm
That's how I feel.
yeah, you can't please everybody. Some people will like you, some people won't.
Absolutely, absolutely, definitely, and like I used to think you can reason with people. Some people you just can't reason with. They don't want it to make sense.
That's true.
So yeah, that's why, like, and a lot of these arguments now, we see where a lot of people stand, like what you were saying over there with the people that you might have had discrepancies with, GG. We know where a lot of people stand these days now, and so a lot of the arguments have gotten stale because after the shock value of you saying some real heinous stuff, like you said, people, okay, like, all right, so where's the content?
Yeah.
Well, I got more rage content. I mean, dude, that's stale. We We kind of OD'd off of the rage content. Can you give us something else? No, not really. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go over to
Eh,
GV's
you,
channel. So
well,
that's how.
you know what?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
Hey, good
Don.
evening, Don
Shout
Armando.
out to
Well,
shout out to
actually,
Don.
Hey, I
well,
mean,
actually,
I'm,
I'm sorry.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
I'm just here. I'm just here for a quick minute and everything like that. I see there's something funny and stuff, but in other news, it's like a lot of stuff that is actually funny. The only thing that I'm about to say is that a certain content creator that I got beef with is being exposed
Uh,
badly.
Well, who and
Really?
where?
Well, I'm not going to say the person's name because they're insignificant, but it's being allegedly this person loves to send meat pics to unsuspecting women on TikTok and beg them for nude pictures.
oh well,
Oh boy.
you get caught
Is
up
it
with.
somebody that we know?
Um, it's somebody that, let's just say that it's like this. Ever since I said I'm Dominican, there's been a lot of content creators and haters that live rent free in their head. So it's one of those bozos.
So I'm gonna get ready to take my leave, Jose. I wanted to say
I hear,
shout out.
I hear you, Rakim. Yo,
Okay, well,
Rakim.
Shout out to you, Don. No, I gotta make a Ramon stream in a little bit as
Oh
well.
yeah.
oh yeah,
I
well,
might make Ramon stream too if I can.
I'll
Yeah,
try. I'll try to stop by. Well, thank you very much, Joaquin, for stopping by, though.
okay. I just wanted to say this last, like because we was talking about a lot of these people that's kind of miserable, man. So yeah, like what Gigi was saying, a lot of the arguments have gotten stale. How did that song go that In Vogue made? Don't waste your time fighting life. Yeah, that's how it is. You
It's
gotta.
so
I
true
mean,
because when people don't like you, they're gonna believe the lies no matter what. Even if in their hearts they know it isn't true because they don't like you, they're gonna go along with that narrative. That's it's a different set of rules on social media than real life. You know.
I knew, and you know what's crazy? I knew a dude that used to he just spread lies just because he wanted to get people's reaction. I was like, man, what's wrong with you, dude? We worked at a warehouse. I remember people would be coming up to me. It was like, hey man, did you hear about that guy that brought a gun into the workplace? Man, I was like, Frank, who the hell told you that? It was like Brandon, man. Brandon told. I was like, Brandon be lying, Frank. You can't listen to anything Brandon say. He just do that crap to start up stuff. So it's people like that, man. You gotta be careful.
Well, I don't know if you've been following what's happening in New York, but now our mayor is talking about 15% additional cuts with all city agencies and possible layoffs because of the migrant situation.
Wow.
I mean, it's
New
it's
York told
crazy,
them to
but
come.
then but it
Yeah.
looks like that the same thing might happen in Philadelphia. I don't know because
New York said, "Come on."
I think Eric. I think Eric Adams is trying his darndest to become a one-term mayor.
yeah, I think
I
so
mean,
too.
I
I
mean,
think he
look.
I think if
I
you
mean,
really look at it, I think he's just fed up with the job, just like the Philadelphia mayor Kenny or whatever the heck it is. He just went up and said in the interview, "Man, I give up." So therefore, you seeing a whole bunch of people trying to become the Philly mayor and stuff. That's one thing I'm not gonna actually do because I don't really believe in politics anyway, and I don't think that Democrats or Republicans are even helping people. So why should I vote for them?
It's a game. They're not in the business of helping people. This is a game. The only difference between the United States and a lot of these other governments is that United States smile in your face and stick a knife in the back of you and just try to say that they're trying to do well by you as a person. That's it.
Exactly.
In terms, they got the same intentions as everybody else. The Democrats and Republicans both play off each other. They're two feathers off the same bird, man. And
And that's what I believe. I'm like, really, they're like, if you're supposed to be Democrat because whatever. I'm like, no. You're supposed to be Republican, whatever. I'm like, no. I mean, both of
Well,
y'all, in hindsight, y'all all flawed. I
I just,
mean, y'all. I
I just
mean,
hate. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Don.
I mean, it's just
Sorry,
that
guys. I got to jump down. I have to go into work, but it was good talking to you guys. Have a
it
good
was
okay, well,
night.
good
thank you
talking
for
to you,
stopping by,
Gigi.
Gigi. Be safe.
You're welcome. Take care.
You too. But let me tell you something. The crazy thing is, Eric Adams actually suggested the following: that we should turn our apartments and homes into shelters and house these
Uh,
people.
Said that.
yeah, right.
You,
Well,
No,
you serious,
I'm
Jose?
about.
no.
I'm.
You really said that?
I know. Yo, I'm
Be
about
like,
to hop off and everything like that. But it was nice. It was nice you being on your panel, Don Jose.
Thank you very
And
shout
much
out
for
to you,
stopping by.
Don. Shout out to you, Don. I saw
anytime I
you
come.
over anytime you want to, man. You can just hop up and join the panel with my streams.
Oh
I
yeah,
saw
of course. The same with me too, Rakim.
absolutely. I'm gonna make sure to your next stream that you got going. I'm gonna make sure to come over there, show you some support, man.
All right, bro.
All right.
All right. Take care, Don Armando.
You too, Don Jose.
Okay.
I'm surprised
Uh,
Eric Adams will say something like that, but
you know
and
what?
let's be clear, Jose. Really, these people can't do anything, man. These mayors and all of these, it's all a joke, man. It's all a joke. Unless you got money, like I always tell people, we don't live in a democracy. We live in a plutocracy. Everything
Look,
here is ran on money. Unless you got
look.
money,
Do you seriously think that I'm going to offer up my home that I work hard to save a little money to buy my own property just to convert it to a shelter for
yes,
family that people that I have no knowledge about, that I have no clue about, and I'm gonna be responsible for their contact only for
yes,
$100 a night? No, thank you. I'm not that hard up
yes,
for money.
yes. You should. You definitely should. Why? Because it's the right thing to do.
You know what? Anything to extreme is not a good thing. Okay, but obviously this person is trying to is Dawn is to be a one-turn man. I mean, but one thing I tell people is that do not try to find logic in municipal government because they do everything illogical. And I've been
Absolutely.
work, and I've been working for the city for almost 24 years.
And based off of working with the city on how much, stuff that they actually get away with and how much you know, like how much, smoke that they actually, try to, sell on people. So it's a bunch of smoke and mirrors in my opinion. But
Yeah.
shout out to you once again, Jose. Thank you for allowing me up on your platform. I'm gonna get ready to take my exit.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I'm going to be joining Ramon's stream in a few minutes as well. Thank you very much. So I'll see you over there.
I see you over there.
Take care. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show one more video clip, and then I'm going to start to wrap this up so I can support a fellow Boricua. Just give me a moment. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, oops, this is going to be the last one. Okay.
Achoo! Give me. Where are you going?
You're not gonna get sick, baby.
You're not gonna get sick.
Okay. So so basically the whole point of the stream is to show some funny memes of certain images. And I think I achieved that. Because every now and then you have to have a stream when your people can just chill and relax. Okay. We dealing with all the craziness in the world and what have you, and the fact that there's still 8 people watching the stream. I just want to say thank you very much. Just make sure that you hit that like button at some point because it does help with the algorithm. Now, tomorrow I'm gonna be giving you another stream regarding the situation regarding the lady allegedly hit with the brick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give my take on it, and I'm gonna show some video clips. Um, there's a lot of stuff that's been coming forward in regards to this person, and it's yes. Good night, Irving. Now, what's troubling for me is that what it does, it makes it harder for those for women and men who are the actual victims of assault to come forward. Okay, and that's the thing that's troubling to me. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to be surrounded with a shroud of doubt and skepticism because of the antics of one individual. First of all, I just want to give a huge shout out to all the people that appear on the chat. I want to give a huge shout out to all those who appear on the panel, the 18 Leather, Don Armando, and Gigi. And of course, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who will watch this stream on the playback. So what I'm going to ask you is please, please, please share with a friend regarding this channel. I ask them to subscribe and hit the like button, set the button up notification to all. So therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. So um, I will be doing a stream on Friday. I still need to come up with what will be the topic. I will share on tomorrow's stream what will be the topic would be. So hopefully, when it comes to the topic tomorrow, while everyone will have their point of view and everyone may not agree with each other, let's try our best to be agreeable when we disagree. So, and I'm going to close the same way that I closed lately. We must do everything possible to minimize our contact with the mentally and intellectually challenged, because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by their stupidity and massive insanity. This has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Wishing all of you a blessed night. Take care and peace.
Be strong.